Hello everybody, my name is EC Dragonblade, and welcome to What If Deku Had Typhon Abilities. Basically, if you don't know what a typhon is, look up right, then you'll know what it is. Basically, typhons have abilities of mostly psychic, like telekinesis or something like that. So, where we start off is when Deku has been having a weird life. Pretty much a weird life. It's normal for sometimes, but the the most weirdest thing about his life is his nightmares and his eyes. The nightmares are when he's in space and on a ship. He couldn't make out the name of it, but he is on a ship, and these creatures are chasing him. This black substance that looks like gas, glass, and liquid all at the same time. It they scared him all all the time, making him have a hard time to sleep. Even when he was in preschool, it was still a hard time to sleep with those nightmares. But that's not the craziest thing that happened to him. Basically, every morning when he goes to the restroom and washes face and hands, his eyes were, well, the white of the eyes are basically crimson red. At first it scared him, and every night and morning, Ingo came and comforted him because of his, his the weird things happening to him. It lasts a few hours, like till the morning of school, to the start of school, to the end of school. But it happens randomly, so he checks up. It became a routine for him to check in the mirror every day to see if his the white of his eyes, are red. He's been decided to make a nightmare journal, all about his nightmares. The first one, one of the first nightmares was a four-legged creature, a small four-legged creature, about the size of a human around the legs. And one of the nightmares was when he walked into one of the rooms, which was a total mess. Then something came into light, then changed, and then a chair appeared. He ran away, not seeing what it was, but lately the nightmares are giving him more of the looks. One day, when Bakugo and Izuku basically when everyone was getting their quirks, Bakugo learned of these things about Izuku, and he always checks on him just to see if it happened again a few times. And the day of him getting his quirk was no different. Bakuso, well, Bakuso, Sorry. Bakugo said, "Hey Izuku, is your eye red again?" As Izuku said, "No, not this time. We, you, you know that it happens randomly during the day and during the night." Then Bakugo said, "Right. So, did you learn anything about those nightmares or creatures in your nightmares?" Izuku said, "Yeah, I actually got a good look, a very good look this time. A very good look at one of them this time." Izuku was actually drawing it, and he showed Bakugo a four-legged creature that looks like a spider with just 4 legs less, and having this look to it. And Bakugo said, "Whoa, no wonder that you've been having nightmare, being scared of these things. They are creepy." Yeah, yeah, I don't know what they are, but all I know are they are fast, and I think they have a power. As Bakugo said, "Wait, what?" Yeah, eh, one of my nightmares, well, one of the first nightmares, was when I went into a room was a mess. Everything was everywhere. Then I think one of these things came out, then changed into a chair. A chair? Yeah, I think they have shape-shifting abilities. As they were talking about it, Bakugo gave Izuku his nightmare journal back. Then Bakugo felt his hand feel weird. Then it exploded. He caused little sparks in his hands. As Izuku said, "Bakugo, your quirk awakened!" As Bakugo said, "Nice! This is awesome." As everybody was praising Bakugo, then Bakugo thinks, when is his quirk gonna activate? I mean, it's obvious that something is going on with Izuku. These nightmares and his eyes. That's not normal. Then Izuku. Then everyone decided to crawl around Izuku to see if and ask him a lot of questions if he's getting his quirk or not. As Izuku was getting a little shy and terrified, then he decided to try to get out of there. But instead of running, he felt this weird substance around his whole body. And he wanted to hide very much, so then he accidentally turned into a pencil, which everyone was surprised at. Then the pencil started actually rolling and moving on its own. Then when Izuku, he was self-conscious in that state, but he couldn't talk. All he can do was move. Then he came out of that state saying, gone on at that same state then and was wobbly for a sec because that felt different. As Izuku said, "What the? What happened?" Then Bakugo just chimed in saying, "Dude, Izuku, I think your quirk awakened." But then Bakugo just realized that summer substance and what he said about the creature's ability. Say, as Bakugo said, "Hey Izuku." "Yeah, Kachan? Your quirk. I think it's related to your nightmares." As Izuku said, "What?" "I think your quirk is giving you nightmares and showing you how to use your quirk. How to use it. That must be its true look." And as Izuku said, "So I have shape-shifting abilities?" As Bakugo said, "Don't know. Maybe that's a fluke, or it's actually your quirk. But whatever it is, the same substance look you described to me came onto you. Didn't you see it?" Izuku said, "No, I was too panicked." And this, Izuku and Kachan are very smart as kids. Well, I think they were smart as kids. Well, Izuku is more of a prodigy in a way. He gets things first try and everything. Very good. He's a very good prodigy. As Izuku, as everyone, well, the teachers from the preschool, I think, called Izuku's and Kachan's parents and told them about that their quirks awakened. And I don't know who was at work, but Inko was at work and Mitsuki was actually free. So Mitsuki decided to pick up both Izuku and Bakugo. As she did, she asked a description on their quirks. Katsuki told her that he was creating sparks in his hands. Then Mitsuki thought about that, and she thinks that it might be part of Katsuki's father's quirk, saying, "You might have your father's quirk, but maybe there's more to it." Then she asked Izuku his quirk. As Izuku said, "I don't know. All I know is that when I wanted to hide, I changed into a pencil, and started moving." As Mitsuki's thought said, "That's pretty cool." But Katsuki said, "Yeah, but I think it's part of his nightmares as well." As Mitsuki says, "What do you mean?" "Well, he described one of the creatures of his nightmares. He's and showed the substance of the creature. When when he used his quirk, he had that same substance around him, and that same description of that substance around him, and the things and the creature's ability was the same, making him turning into objects. As Izuku chimed in saying, "Yeah, but that's not all. When the creature turned into an object, the same object was right near it. Then and then there was a pencil near me. Remember?" As Katsuki thought about it and said, "Yeah, maybe." As he say, maybe it's actually the thing you see. You can, well, the thing closest to you, you can change into. As Katsuki thought about something, and he said, "Izuku, if you train that power, you can change into whatever you want as long as it's near you. Like something big and strong, or like All Might." But then Izuku said, "Maybe it's not really organisms. Actually, I think it actually works on more of non-living things like pencils and stuff like that." Katsuki thinks, "Yeah, maybe." As they went to the quirk doctor, they checked up on Katsuki, learning that he has explosions. Then it was Izuku's turn, as Izuku told him about his nightmares and how it may be actually related to his quirk. As he gave the doctor his nightmare journal and showed him the thing that one of the creatures that was there. As the doctor was saying, "Why does this look familiar?" He decided to not drove into it. So he showed what Izuku can. Izuku showed him what he can do. Then he thought that is. Then the doctor thinks and noticed that there might be more. And that's just the beginning of what he can be. As he told everyone this, and Inko just came in and heard this, saying, "Your quirk might have more than this. Like, some of them are actually very deep down in the darkness. Maybe when you grow, you become more stronger and unlock those other abilities." As Izuku asks, "Can I be a hero with this quirk?" As the doctor said, Yeah, you can. You can be anything you want with this quirk. It's very. It seems very powerful. What it looks like at the moment. Well, in the future, it looks like it can be very, very powerful. So you better be careful with that quirk because it's a quirk of either or. You become a villain, hero, or vigilante. It's your choice. As things became similar, but thanks to Katsuki's helping Izuku with training his quirk by getting a lot and a lot of different types of objects, each time bigger than the last. They decided to start with a few pencils, a short pencil to like when it's about to run out of lead, like you know those pencils that are very very sharp because you sharpen it too much. Basically, one of those things, and got more each time. As cuts, they did it outside, mostly outside, so no one could, nothing could happen to them, anyone, if they go for something accidentally dangerous. They keep doing this for a while, but then thing his nightmare's been getting worse actually. Now it start his nightmares changed this time. He still can't make out most of the 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 new creature of the nightmare. All he knows is that it looks like a shadow or something big. It was human size or a little taller than that. And it had the same substance but having a human form. And when he tried to get a good look at it, it just disappears. All he saw was that image. So he already saw the image, but he doesn't know the abilities. He decided to put it down in his nightmare journal. As the same routine gone on with both of them, when Katsuki asked him about his nightmare, Izuku said, "A new creature came in my nightmares." As Katsuki said, "Wait, what?" Yeah, it looked to be like human size, but or taller, and it was humanoid instead of that four-leg, four-legged thing. As Katsuki said, we really need to name these things. Izuku said, yeah, I already thought of a name for the first one. As Katsuki said, what is it? A mimic. As Katsuki thought about it, and he said, that's actually pretty fitting for something like that. Saying, huh, mimic. Uh, he, as Katsuki told Izuku to write the name of it so we don't forget it. as he did, and they have learned the first thing about them. They remember how learn how the mimics usually attack, thinking that they are more of an ambush type of creatures. And they thought about it, and that actually might be very plausible because with that type of power, it's more of a ambush or hiding thing. So yeah. Then they still trained, and Izuku can transform into something like a box. Katsuki said, "We can't do much else because you may can turn into more like a knife. You may can turn into more than that, but right now we don't want to do anything dangerous." They both agreed to not go any further until they are classified too. And people started calling Izuku something else, calling him Ebony, as Izuku was actually kind of like that. Oh, by the way, his hair is doesn't really have green in it. It's more of it's actually pretty pitch black. So they call him Ebony. As says, "Yo, Ebony," as Izuku says, "Yeah, Kajan, anything new about that new nightmare of yours?" "No, it just runs away from me." Or, as Katsuki says, "Why are you trying to chase that thing down? We both know that it might be way more dangerous." Uh, Izuku says, "I know, but I think I already know what this one can do." Well, one of its abilities. As Katsuki says, "What's his ability?" "Teleportation." As is, as Bakugo says, "Oh God, if that's the case, then you might have a harder time to learn that thing's pattern. Maybe it's fast." And Izuku says, "I know, but if you were right that time when you said that my quirk might be related to my nightmares, then if I can catch what it can really do, then maybe I get new power, unlock the other powers in my body." As Katsuki sighs, saying, "Yeah, maybe, but just be careful on those nightmares. We don't know how real they are. If it's connected to your quirk, then maybe it can kill you. It can kill you just as easily it can give you power. Just as easily it can give you powers." As Izuku says, "Right, I'll keep that in mind." As everyone, as they all, as everything happens similar into canon, nothing really much happened. Uh, I'll end it here because I'm still trying to learn some things, so Sorry, so see ya. And please don't hate me. If you liked it, like and subscribe, comment on the video, so see ya.